This is a story about how an iconic weapon of the past, Benediction, may yet be obtained in retail World of Warcraft, 13 years after its removal. The story starts in patch 1.4 in the original vanilla version of the game, in the Molten Core raid where the second to last boss, Executus, would have a 50% chance of dropping the Eye of Divinity. The Eye of Divinity was a priest-specific trinket which sent you to a ghost in the Eastern Plaguelands called Eris Heavenfire. She existed as a ghost and would therefore only be visible to priests who had the Eye of Divinity equipped. She had a single quest which required the priest to escort 50 fleeing peasants before 15 of them died. While by no means an impossible quest, this was significantly harder to accomplish than most other quests in the game at the time. After completing this quest, the priest would receive an item called the Splinter of Nordrasil, which would combine with the Eye of Eternity and the Eye of Shadow to form the staff Benediction. The Eye of Shadow, which was the final item needed, was an item that dropped off of various high-level demon elites with a 2% drop chance. Priests could solo these mobs with the right setup, but usually they would just buy it off of mages or warlocks as they had a much more effective way of farming them. And the item being bind and equip. Remember this because it becomes important later. So after doing this, you would actually have Benediction. And Benediction was one of the few items that could be transformed into another item, Anathema, which was a shadow version of the staff. While both versions of the staff were top tier for their purpose, priests would very rarely change their Benediction into Anathema, as priests were much stronger being healers compared to damage dealers back then. While less so at those times, the staffs were also attractive for their looks, as both Benediction and Anathema have completely unique models. The only problem here is that the means of obtaining this staff was removed with patch 403, beginning Cataclysm, which revamped the entire old world. Overnight, all 3 items needed to craft the staff was removed, which made the item classified as unobtainable after it had been in the game for just 5 years. As the Transmogrify system, a system that lets you change the appearance of one of your items into another one that you own, was introduced in the end of the Cataclysm expansion, some players started asking Blizzard to give players a chance to earn the staff once more, all of which were denied. There was however a forum user named Jobs on the Wowhead forum who asked another question. He asked the following question in the comment section of the Eye of Shadow item. I got the Eye of Divinity a long time ago and did the quest, so I have that and the Splinter of Nordrasil in my bag still. Can I construct Benediction if I somehow manage to find someone who still has the Eye of Shadow for sale? To which he was confirmed, yes you can. And so started Wowhead user Jobs' search for the Eye of Shadow, a search that would end up taking almost 2 years as he was finally able to find the missing piece of his Benediction staff in the Warlords of Draenor expansion, a whole 3 expansions after the staff was made unobtainable. The Eye of Shadow still occasionally pops up on the auction house, so as a bonus to this video, I want to see if it's possible to repeat Jobs' success and create another Benediction in retail World of Warcraft. While I know that this is a bit of a long shot, I want to hear if any of you have or know somebody who has the 2 other items and just need the Eye of Shadow. Please let me know in the comments below and I will see what I can do to provide an Eye of Shadow to that person, and hopefully we can create what might end up as the very last Benediction. And thank you for watching.